Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a 40-minute level 2-3 core-based foam roller class. So shockingly, we do not do a single standing pose in this whole class. I know, horrific, but it's still going to be hard, I promise. I am using a set of hand weights. Mine are really light today just because it's kind of my recovery day, so I'm using them more for demonstrative purposes than anything. But for your reference, they are 8 pounds, but you could definitely go heavier than that or lighter than that if you were so inclined. The other thing that you will need is a firm or hard foam roller, something that will support your weight when you're lying on it, and you want it to be at least the length of your spine so that your head can be supported and your tail can be supported. I also apologize in advance. My counting is horrible in this class. I haven't filmed for ages and yeah, counting's not happening. Sorry. If you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. And if you've got comments or feedback, let me know in the comments section below. We are going to get started straight away lying on our backs on the foam roller. Come lying down on your roller, make sure that your head is supported and your tailbone is supported. You're going to take a set of weights, so you're going to reach them up above your head. We're going to start really nice and simple just with the arms. Turn your palms to face your feet. As you inhale, you're going to reach those arms all the way overhead. And then as you exhale, you're going to pull them back over your shoulders. Inhale, reach those arms nice and long. And then as you exhale, pull them back over your shoulders. Keep going just like that. I forgot to start my watch. We're going to do 3 more just like this. So you're trying not to have a massive arch in through your spine. You can keep the natural curve of your spine, but we're not just like coming into a back bend here. Okay, we're going to add on. You're going to ground down through your left foot, float your right leg into tabletop. As you inhale, you're going to tap your right toes to the floor as you reach the arms overhead. And then as you exhale, pull the shape back to center. Inhale, tap those toes as you reach the arms overhead. And then exhale, come back to center. If you need more support, you can turn this into a one-armed movement and bring one hand down to the floor. Or you can keep those toes down on the floor. We do 3 more here. Last one. Before we go to the other side, you're going to set your right foot down, walk your feet a little bit longer. As you inhale, palms face each other, reach your arms overhead. As you exhale, start to tuck the chin towards the chest. We're coming into a roll up. The further back your arms stay, the harder this will be. So if you need help, reach your arms forward in front of you. Inhale, sit nice and tall at the top. And then as you exhale, tuck and roll the spine. See if you can hit each little vertebrae of your spine on the roller as you come down, without falling off. Inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. As you exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. Think about pushing each little vertebrae into the roller as you peel your spine up off the roller, Inhale at the top, and then exhale, slowly roll yourself all the way down. We're going to go 3 more here before we come to the other side of that little, it's kind of like a dead bug variation, I suppose. Last one here. Bring it back to center. This time you're going to ground down through your right foot, float your left foot up into tabletop. Inhale, reach those arms overhead as you tap your toes to the floor. And then exhale, bring the shape back to center. We're going for 9 more. I'm pretty sure we did 10 on the other side, but we all know how good I am at counting, so who really knows? Ooh, that's hard. The last one. Keep your arms up towards the sky, set your foot down, turn your palms to face each other. We're going to come back into our roll up, but we're going to add a leg lift if you want. So as you inhale, reach those arms overhead. As you exhale, start to tuck and round. Once you feel your lower spine flatten onto that roller, you're going to start to float your right foot up somewhere towards the tabletop as you come all the way up, sit nice and tall. Inhale, balance yourself. And then as you exhale, we're going to reverse it, start to roll down the spine. Remember, the further you reach those weights forward, the more they'll help you. Once you feel that lower back on the roller, you'll set the foot down. Inhale. We're going to alternate feet. As you exhale, start to roll up your spine. Once you feel it flatten, you can start to float that left leg off. Inhale, sit nice and tall at the top. It's been a while since I've done these. As you exhale, you're going to roll yourself all the way down. We're going to go for 2 more on each side, so just 6 in total. One more. Oops. Whew. I am out of practice. Okay, you're going to keep those arms floating up towards the sky. Actually, I lie to you. You're going to ditch one weight. So you're going to ditch the weight in your right hand and keep the weight in your left hand. Palm faces the center. You're going to float your right leg up into tabletop. If you want to make this harder, come to the left tippy toes. As you inhale, that left arm is going to come nice and wide like a chest fly, and then as you exhale, bring it back to center. Try and keep the roller still and try and keep your right leg where it is. So it's going to want to swing out towards the right. Try and keep it in center and try to keep your back on the roller. So you don't have to be flat like a board, but we're trying not to lift our hips up. Your right fingertips can be on the floor, of course, if you need. We're going for 6 more here. We're going to add on The next time you're back in center, turn your palm to face your feet. As you inhale, reach the arm and the leg long away from each other. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, turn the palm to midline. Give me that chest fly. Exhale to center. Inhale, come into your dead bug. Exhale to center. Turn the palm, inhale. Give me that chest fly. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, dead bug. Exhale, center. Inhale, chest fly. Exhale, center. We'll do 2 more like this and then we're going to change it a little bit. This time you're going to give me that dead bug. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Keep that leg floating. We're going to try for an offset single leg roll up. So, now it's hard because you've got one leg floating and a weight in one hand. Inhale at the top. Exhale, bring it all the way back down, nice and slow. Again, the further back you can keep that weight, the harder it will make your life. Hip flexors on fire. Inhale, give me your dead bug. As you exhale, you're coming up through that single leg roll up. Maybe your right leg stays long. Maybe it floats to tabletop. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll it all the way down. We're just going to do 3 more of these. Inhale, dead bug. Exhale, brings you into that roll up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll it down. Got 2 more. Float it all the way down. Give that hip flexor a little bit of a break if you need to. We're going to stay on this side. Now we're going to take that. So before we didn't want to move the right leg, now we do. You're going to give me one skull crusher with that left arm. So you're going to bend that left elbow, tap the weight towards the roller. Exhale, extend. Then try and move your right leg off to the right, like you're opening a book. So your whole hip opens. Try and keep your left knee facing up towards the sky. Exhale to center. Inhale, bend the elbow. Exhale to extend. Inhale, open that right hip as much as you can. Maybe you need to bring your right fingertips down. And then exhale, bring it back to center. We'll do 1 more with them separated and then we're going to combine them. So now you're gonna, inhale, sorry, I've lied to you. As you bend the elbow, you're gonna tap the toes, exhale, straighten the arm, and then you're just gonna open that hip out to the side. Sorry, I knew that we were adding. As you inhale, bend the elbow, tap the toes, exhale, straighten the elbow, come back to tabletop, and then inhale, try and keep that arm up to the sky as you open that hip out to the side. Exhale, bring it back to center. There we go. We got there in the end. Inhale, bend and tap. Exhale, bring it back to center. Try and keep left arm and left knee where they are as you open that hip. It's hard. Exhale to center. Keep going. So you might not be able to open that hip really far, and that's fine. This is more about feeling where your body is shifting, and that's where the roller helps us. So if you open too far and just let your body shift, then you're gonna fall off the roller. So really think about engaging through your obliques to try and keep yourself in that midline. We're going to do 2 more to take us to 10. And set it down. Whew. Give that leg a little bit of a shake out. And we're gonna come to the other side. So you're gonna set your left weight down, pick up your right weight, float your left foot into tabletop, right arm is facing the midline. As you inhale, you're gonna give me that chest fly, and then exhale back to center. Remember, you can be up on the tippy toes, but I want you to keep your body in the center of the roller and try not to let your left knee shift out to the side to compensate for that fly movement. Two more. We're going to add that dead bug, so flip your palm. As you inhale, send the arm and the leg along away from each other. Exhale to center. Inhale, give me that chest fly. Exhale to center. Inhale, dead bug. Exhale to center. Inhale, chest fly. Exhale to center. Keep going. One more. We're going to lose that chest fly. You're going to give me your dead bug. Inhale. As you exhale, we're coming into that single arm, single leg roll up situation. Inhale at the top. And then exhale. Slowly roll it all the way down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Roll it up. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, come down. And we've only got 4 more here. Last one. Beautiful. Bring it all the way down. Give that hip flexor a little bit of a wiggle if you need to. You're going to float that left leg back up into tabletop. As you inhale, you're going to bend your right elbow. Exhale to straighten. As you inhale, open your left hip like a book. And then exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 3 more like this. We're gonna add that toe tap as we bend the elbow. Exhale, extend. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do not remember how many of these we did on the other side. So just to be safe, we're gonna do 8 more. I'm so sorry. You can correct me in the comments if I've just done an absolutely asinine job of this class. I feel like my counting has been so abysmal. There you go, that was 2 big word drops in one sentence, asinine and abysmal. Our last one, maybe. Beautiful. We're going to get out of this position, so pick up your other weight. We're going to take a roll up transition. Inhale, reach those arms overhead. As you exhale, start to tuck and roll all the way up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, bring it down. You're going to flip yourself over. If you've done my classes, you have definitely done these with me before. You're going to set your weights towards the top of your roller. You're going to bring your left shin on the roller, tuck your toes on the floor if you need to, otherwise have them floating. You're going to send your right leg back behind you like a plank. Woo! I like to have my right hand on my weight because it feels better on my wrist, but you can have your weight on your foot. You can have your hand on the floor, my lord. As you exhale, you're going to lift your right foot. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, lift the right foot. Inhale, tap it down. We're going to do just 3 more with the leg lift, and then we'll add the arm. The next time as you lift that foot, you're going to give me a row with that left arm. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, row. Inhale, tap it down. 3 more here, and then we add. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, lift the leg and row. Hold. You're going to give me 1 tricep kickback, bend it, tap it down. Exhale, row. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, tap it down. We've got 3 more here. You're going to tap it down. You're going to lift and you row. You're going to hold it here. You're going to give me 1 kick back. You're going to bring that arm through the shoulder, and then you're going to punch it out in front of you. Bring it back through the shoulder. Come into your kick back through the shoulder. Punch it out in front of you. If that punch out in front of you isn't happening, you can just bring that weight to your shoulder and just give me like a little shoulder tap. You give me 2 more here. And then set it down. Keep that left shin on the roller. We're just going to change where the weight is. You're going to bring it behind your right knee. From here, we're going to come into our donkey kick. So both palms are on the floor. As you inhale, you're going to bring the right heel in towards the glute to hold on to that weight. As you exhale, you're going to give me a donkey kick. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, donkey kick, stamp the sole of the foot to the sky. Inhale, bring it down. 3 more, and I'm going to give you the option to add. You could do it with or without a weight. So with or without a weight in the left hand. As you exhale and donkey kick, you're going to reach the left arm out in front of you. And then inhale, bring it down. Exhale, reach. Inhale, bring it down. You do 3 more like this. You're going to come up and reach. You're going to hold that arm there, and you're going to give me 10 little pulses with that leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the weight where it is. You're just going to turn your leg on a 45. So now it's like you're trying to slide your shin behind your left knee, and then exhale, open it up. So we're somewhere between a hydrant and a donkey kick. Inhale, tuck the shin. Exhale, give me that lift. So your hip can open up a little bit here. Hold this last one. You're going to give me pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Keep that left shin on the roller. Once again, we're going to just change the position of the weights. I'm going to have a lighter weight handy. You're going to send that right leg back behind you. If you want to keep it there as a kickstand, you certainly can. Weight is going to come into your left hand. Take an inhale. As you exhale, once again, we're going to float that right leg up, and it's going to stay there. Weight is in your left palm. Your palm faces the midline. On your next exhale, you're going to give me a fly. So make a capital T with the left arm. Inhale, bring it back into center. You can tap the toes to the floor if you want. Exhale, lift. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale to lift. Inhale to center. We're going for 7 more of these because we're not going to layer anything onto it. One more. Set the hand down, but keep the leg up there. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to float the right leg as far off to the right as you can without shifting the rest of your body. And then inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, shift right. Inhale, bring it back to center. If you want to make this harder, with or without the weight, you're going to take that left hand, you're going to tap it to your right shoulder. Inhale, everything taps down as you come to center. Exhale as you shift right, tap that weight to your right shoulder. Inhale, set it down. We're going to do, what was that? That was 4. We're going to do 6 more. And then set it down. We're just going to switch to the other side. Grab a drink. So now that roller is going to come underneath your right shin, and we're going to hope that I can remember everything that I did on the first side. All right. Set yourself up, toes can be tucked on the floor if you want to. I have a weight in both hands. You can have your left palm down on the floor if you prefer. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're just going to float that left leg. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, tap it down. 3 more here before we add on. Inhale, tap it down. As you exhale, we're going to add that row with the right arm. Inhale, set it down. Exhale to row. Inhale, set it down. This side is so much harder for me. We're adding on that kick back, so row, hold the leg, give me a kick back, exhale to bend, inhale, set it down, exhale to row, inhale, kick back, exhale to center, inhale, set it down. We've got 3 more here. Tap it down, bring it up. You're going to give me a kick back through center, punch it out in front of you, through center, kick back, center, punch it out, center, kick it back. Give me 4 more. Set that right hand down. Once again, we're just changing the position of the weight. So you're going to bring the weight behind your left knee. And we're going to go for our donkey kicks. Remember, you could have that the weight near your right hand if you want to pick it up at some point, your other weight. Use your words, Taz. All right, set yourself up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to give me a donkey kick. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, a donkey kick. Inhale, set it down. If you wanted to add on as you donkey kick, you're going to reach that right arm out in front of you with or without the weight. And then inhale, bring it back to center. We've got 7 more. Set that right hand down. From here, you're going to turn your legs so that you're kind of on that 45. Take an inhale. Oh, I missed the pulses. I'll come back to them. As you exhale, lift it up. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, bring it up. You got 8 more. Hold this last one up. You're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7. We're going to take it directly into those donkey kick pulses. So just turn your hip down. Give me 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. I feel like I have forgotten something. It's all right. Okay, coming back into that original position. We're coming into our reverse fly this time. So take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to float your left leg up. Take an inhale here. On your next exhale, you're going to give me a reverse fly with that right arm. Inhale, bring it down. You can lift and lower the leg if you want to, or you can keep it up, or you can do half and half. We've got 8 more. One more. From here, you're going to come back to midline, take an inhale. As you exhale, float your left leg off to the left like you're floating it along a table, and then inhale it to center. Exhale, float left. Inhale, come to center. If you want to, you can add that shoulder tap with the right hand. Last one. And then set it down. Alrighty. From here, we're going to come down onto our backs. We're going to finish with a little bit of bridging work. Not a single standing pose, my lord. Okie dokes. Roller is going to be parallel with the short edge of your mat. You're going to roll yourself down onto your back. We're going to start by bringing those weights into your hip creases. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, press the arches of your feet into the roller. Lift yourself up into a bridge. And then inhale, tap it down. So we're not articulating, we're just lifting and lowering. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. We're going to do a few more like this. And then we're going to add. You're going to hold your next one at the top. Take the weights in your hands, reach your weights up. We're coming back into that skull crusher and we're going to add a roll out with the feet. So as you inhale, you're going to bend the elbows and straighten the knees. So send that roller away from you. As you exhale, you're going to straighten the elbows, curl the roller back in towards you. If you need to separate these movements, separate them. Inhale, bend the elbows, send the roller away. Exhale, straighten the elbows, pull the roller towards you. You've got 8 more like this. Last one. Keep it up, bring those weights back to your hip creases. You're going to float your right leg into tabletop. Inhale, tap the hips. Exhale to lift. Inhale to tap. Exhale to lift. This is where we finish after we've done the other side. You got 7 more. Hold it at the top, switch your legs, inhale it down, exhale it up. Last one. And set it down. Set those weights off to the side. Let those legs roll nice and long on the roller. Reach the arms up and overhead. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to come into a roll up with those feet elevated. And you're going to roll, 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 tucking around all the way over, getting a nice hamstring stretch. From here, you're going to keep the roller where it is. You're just going to sweep yourself around so that you're coming down onto your belly. We didn't really do much extension work, so we're going to finish off with a little bit of a chest opener. You can turn your palms towards each other or turn your palms down. Your wrists are on the roller and your hands are free. Look down towards the floor. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press into the roller. You're going to roll it towards you and peel your spine up any amount, almost like you're coming into a big cobra. And then inhale, roll it down. Exhale, roll it up. Inhale, roll it down. 3 more here. And then roll it down. Once again, keep the roller where it is. You're going to turn so that your shoulder blades come to rest on the roller. And this can be different for everybody, but you're going to bring your hands behind your head and you're just going to let yourself back bend over the roller. So find a position that is the most comfortable for you. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. You can stay static here. You could add a little twist or a side bend from side to side. You can also lift your hips up, press into your feet, and roll yourself up and down the roller if that feels good for you. And this is where I'm going to leave you today. So feel free to hang out here, just breathing nice and deep. Take any other stretches, movements, or positions you need to make your class feel complete. And when you're ready, you can take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And a big open mouth exhale, let it all go. As always, thank you so much for practicing with me today. I look forward to seeing you next time.